Hello, folks. Welcome. I'm Stefan from the Communications Committee at the GoJet Pilot Group. And along with me, I've got Justin from the Scheduling Committee. What we're going to do here is we're going to quickly go over the add, drop, and trade page, which can be a little confusing to new people or even people that have just been getting reserved for such a long time that they haven't had exposure to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to log in to our IOCC page, and then I'm going to let Justin take it from here. Take it away, Justin.
Yeah, once we log into the IOCC page, obviously we're going to see these four little boxes. So we should all be familiar with our crew info or crew check-in and then the My Briefing. The one that seems a little out of there that we're not too familiar with would be the trip trading and open time management. So when we click on that one, this is we're going to start off. You're going to see kind of an area of a whole bunch of little boxes. Okay, so we're going to have our calendar. We're going to have what month we're currently in. If I have any trades on the board that I'm trying to get rid of, and I can come down here and see certain offers. And over here is where I will see my schedule. So you can see right now, I just finished up a trip and then I've got a union day. So today is the 12th. You know, we're making these videos for you guys. But if I want to come over here and I want to see, hey, what trips are available in the sense of who's trying to swap what around. I can come over here. I'll click on this first box to come into the June pilot trip trade, and I'll go from the 1st to August 1st, and I'll come over here and hit this like little funnel with a refresh icon. So I'll click that. That'll tell me, hey, nobody's put any trips up right now for me, and that's okay. You know, but that's the way we can almost see people's trips, and when you're able to see it, the screen gets a little bit bigger, and you're able to actually come down and see what's available for us. So and that's where we go to the trip trade. And so if there was some trades up here, I can come over here and I've got a trip coming up here. I can select it via the box over here, which will select this whole thing. And I will have create a 1 to none. So this is saying, hey, I want to put this on the trade board and I don't want anything in return for it. So if a pilot has these days open, I want to trade my trip for his days off. Or I can come over here to create an offer in the trade pool. So I can put this up for anybody to swap around. So if somebody wanted my trip on the 14th to the 17th with a 7:15 showtime, they're more than welcome to have it. Or I can come over here and I can create a buddy offer. So say I'm with my friend at the company and he wanted this trip and I'm more senior to him and that's why he wasn't able to get it. I can physically select who I want to trade this to. They'll accept the trade and then that gets sent over to Futures. Futures is a part of the scheduling department over at GoJet. And so when you do call the scheduling phone number, it should be option 4, I believe, which would be the Futures department. So if you do see something that's not getting looked at via the My Trades over here, you're getting some icons saying it's waiting or anything, you can always give them a call and ask them, hey, what's going on? They might have not gotten the chance to look at it yet or something. And they'll be able to give you a reason why they haven't looked at it or why it won't be approved. So that's kind of how the trip swaps kind of go. Once we finish up that, we can go over here. So we'll see these 2 arrows. We'll click on the 2 arrows. We'll go ahead and go to this clock. The clock is what's telling us what open time is. So open time obviously are trips that are unassigned to anybody. So when I was talking about the little hourglasses, so I'm waiting on some approvals right now. So what I did was I took trips that were on my normal schedule and I'm trying to swap those around. So I'm trying to take some trips that may have been unvaluable to me. So I've got a 5:30 showtime here in St. Louis and I'm trying to swap that trip out for a trip that starts on the 19th and then kind of work my schedule around there. And then you can do that by selecting your trip here. You'll select it. You can either drop it completely. If we had the reserve coverage, the company should allow us to drop the trips completely. You just have to be careful though, when you do drop trips and it pulls you below the min credit, you're no longer guaranteed min credit for the month. So you do have to be careful about that. That's one thing you want to watch out for. And then coming over here to the available duties, we'll see June pilot daily open time. So when seniority open times open, you'll see an SOT. So right now we're just in the normal daily open time, and that's going to go from the 1st to the 1st again. And then FLC's flight credit. So if we're trying to see everything besides reserves, we want to put a 0, the little dots for a clock, and a 1. And so we want any trip that's able to give us over 1 minute. And so we'll come over here, hit the little funnel with the refresh again. And now you're going to see all these trips are available. So we have a trip in open time right now. That's Dulles to St. Louis. It's 1 leg. It's guaranteed to give you 2 hours and 9 minutes of pay. So you got to think, if you do pick this up on your day off, that's only going to pay you 4 hours as of now.
Is it worth reporting for?
Yeah. Is this one worth doing? So try to look, if you're wanting to pick up open time and, get the most bang for the buck, try to find something of a daily credit of 4 or more. I know it's kind of tough these days. I do know the union and the company are working together to resolve a dispute they have between premium time below 4 hours. But as of right now, they won't pay you over the 4 hours if you're not flying over 4 hours. So you can see there's plenty of trips still open here in the daily time. You can see this is a 2-day trip, only worth 3.38 hours, so 3.5 hours. Is it worth picking up? If you live in Newark, it might be, because that's going to pay you at least 8 hours for 2 days worth of work. Or you can come down here. Here's a 3-day trip worth almost 14 hours. That's a pretty good 3-day trip. So that trip's going to pay you at least over min guarantees. So that one, should theoretically be paying you time and a half for all the days. So that's how we kind of go through all these. And so you just started, if you wanted a trip, you can come over here, you can select a trip. And if you have the days on your schedule open, you can hit the clock in the ad. Or if I wanted to swap something, I can click here and then I get these double lines that come up here and I can swap my duties around. I'm not going to go ahead and click that because I already have something in here that I'm trying to swap around. And that's what these little lines are right here. I'm trying to swap a trip for another trip. If I want to completely add, this will be the clock with the plus next to it. So that's telling me like, hey, that's going to give me my time and a half. Besides that, it's a pretty simple process. Once you get it submitted here, it goes over to the futures, and the futures will either give you a green thumbs up or a red thumbs down. And if you get a red thumbs down and you don't understand why, just give them a call. They're real easy to talk to, or you can email them.
Yep, just be kind.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing. Granted, we're at a regional airline. We don't have a whole bunch of people over in the futures desk, so yeah, try to be as friendly as possible to them because they're working as hard as we are. And that's kind of how to drop, swap, and trade trips.
All right, thanks, Justin.
Hey, no problem.